He was a devoted dog, but little did he know that the person he was loyal to had cruel plans for him. On a bright sunny day, Rex was eager to step out for a ride with his beloved owner. The man took out his car along with his dog and approached a deserted street. Unfortunately, Rex's life took a sudden turn when his owner abandoned him on a desolate street, disappearing without a trace. At first, Rex thought it was a game, but soon it took a darkest turn. What happened next left everyone heart-wrenching. Rex had been with his owner since he was a small and helpless puppy. His owner had lovingly trained him in basic habits such as eating, drinking, and using the bathroom. They had shared many joyful moments together, including Rex's first playful walk in the park, when a young golden retriever had joyfully romped around, explored the fresh grass, and made new friends. Rex's owner always showered him with toys and treats, and they would play in the garden before snuggling on the sofa to watch TV and drift off to sleep. So, when Rex's owner led him into the car, he thought they were embarking on another exciting adventure, perhaps to a park or to meet new friends. Rex's tail wagged with anticipation as they drove for hours, with Rex happily observing the passing world, relishing the new sights and smells. Eventually, they arrived at a quiet street, and his owner attached a leash around his neck. Rex was excited to step out of the car and go for a walk, but when he tried to show affection by licking his owner's face, he was roughly pushed away. Confused, Rex didn't dwell on it too much. His owner got out of the car, walked to the other side, and opened the door, allowing Rex to jump out. As Rex eagerly followed, his owner led him to a streetlight pole and tied the leash, leaving him unable to move. Without even glancing at Rex, his owner silently walked back to the car, got behind the wheel, and drove away, leaving Rex bewildered. He wondered if it was a game, like the ones they used to play at home. Rex waited with a wagging tail, expecting his owner to return with a toy or food. But minutes turned into hours, and Rex remained tied to the pole, alone and abandoned. Gradually, his wagging tail subsided as he realized he might never see his owner again. The sad truth settled upon him: he had been left behind. Rex whimpered quietly to himself and looked around. People and cars passed by, but no one paid any attention to the dog tied to the pole. Being alone didn't suit Rex at all. He was a friendly and sociable dog who loved being around people, but it seemed that people didn't reciprocate the feeling. Disheartened, Rex lay down on the ground. However, out of the corner of his eye, he spotted a young woman approaching. Although she initially glanced at Rex while walking by, she continued on, keeping a safe distance from the potentially unsafe dog. Letting out a soft whine, Rex laid back down, convinced he would never find someone to love him. But suddenly, the girl stopped, turned around, took off her headphones, and approached him. With a nervous hand, she gently stroked Rex's head, making contact. She proceeded to rub his body, and for the first time since his owner left, Rex's tail started wagging again. Realizing the dog posed no threat, the girl looked around for Rex's owner, but there was no one in sight. She waited for an hour, hoping someone would come for the dog, but no one appeared. With night approaching, she knew she had to take action to help Rex. Unable to untie the leash, she called her best friend, providing the location and asking her to bring supplies. Meanwhile, she took photos as evidence to report the incident to the police, ensuring that such cruelty wouldn't go unnoticed. Within a few minutes, the girl's friend arrived with a car, showering Rex with attention and cuddles. Rex relished the affection, and his tail wagged rapidly. The friend had brought a blanket, a water bowl, and a can of food for Rex. As Rex eagerly consumed the food and water, the girls struggled to untie the knot. After some effort, they finally freed Rex from the pole. Rex leapt up, relieved to be untethered. The first girl decided to take him for a short walk, recognizing that he needed to stretch his legs after being tied up for so long. Rex happily led the way, but as darkness fell, they returned to the car to discuss their next steps. Both friends were unsure of what to do next. Should they bring Rex home? Should they allow him to roam freely? Should they call a shelter? But one look into Rex's eyes made the decision clear. He was a loving dog with so much to offer and a tremendous capacity to love. It was evident that he deserved a